Hello, I'm Dave Orgill, owner of Homestar Windows and Doors in Sandy, Utah. Today I'm going to take you through the whole Milgard line of windows, and we're going to start with the Tuscany window. This is Milgard's premium top-of-the-line vinyl window, which I think is pretty much stands alone in its class as far as vinyl windows go. I'll show you why. First of all, the Milgard Tuscany window was designed to look like a real nice, classic, craftsman-looking wood window. Now, wood windows have a flat frame like this. If you look at your real high-end Anderson wood windows or Pella wood windows, or just going to look at your old classic wood windows, go downtown Salt Lake, you'll see windows with a 3-inch frame like this. They're not beveled out or have a real plasticky look to them that looks like vinyl. You wouldn't know that this is vinyl if you're standing back a little bit from the house. It's got a 3-inch frame on it, flat across here, and it has equal sight lines. So that means the glass area on this side is exactly the same as the glass area on that side. Even though that sets back a little bit, it's equal. Okay. Another thing I like about the window is it has kind of a beveled edge on the outside down here that sheds ice and water. Most windows, in fact the rest of the ones I'm going to show you today, have a little tray here that could collect a little dirt or leaves right there. The Tuscany window also has a weep hole cover, so any water that might suck in under the glass and get into the frame or get into your screen track will just weep out through the frame. The weight of the water will lift up these little doors right here. The water will drain out and close, and dirt, debris, and bugs can't get back up in there. So that's the outside of the Tuscany window. I think it's a really beautiful design. Milgard has put a lot of time, the Milgard engineers, into creating an authentic looking wood window made out of vinyl. Now let's look on the inside of the window. Okay, so now we're on the inside of the window, and the thing that you notice most about a Milgard product is a unique lock design. This lock, I think, is the greatest innovation that Milgard ever came up with in all the innovations they've done. This is called the Smart Touch lock. It has a lot of awards from the Arthritis Foundation for ease of use. This lock is all steel parts. When you hold it in your hand, just the lock by itself, it weighs about 1 pound. There's no plastic parts. It's all stainless steel, and it meets really high standards for forced entry requirements. It's so easy to use. You just give a little push on the lock like that, and it easily opens. It always stays cocked a little bit like that, and you know it's open. And when you shut it, it just automatically locks. It's very sleek. It's almost imperceptible that you have a lock. It just looks like almost like the rail of the window. There's not something sticking out here. There's no levers that are harder to work with. A lot of people have trouble with cam locks, and especially over time, these vinyl windows sometimes get a little difficult to line up in there, and so when they go to lock it, it's really hard on your fingers. This has awards from the Arthritis Foundation for ease of use. You can open it with your fist. You can actually even open it with your elbow. So it's pretty nice, that lock. I sell a lot of windows just because of this lock. Thousands of windows because of that lock. Another thing is you've got a nice pull rail here in the center that kind of cups your fingers. It's got rounded edges here and here. And then there's another pull rail on this side. So you've got double pull rail on here. It also has a nice feature called a night lock. So you just pop up this little feature right there, open your window. You can open it a couple of inches and get some ventilation at night, and people can't open that the rest of the way. Now, we've had a lot of fallout situations here in Utah with small children falling out of second-story windows. I think this summer there was 5 in Utah. And so this is nice. If you keep these popped up in your child's room, they'll never be able to open that window and fall out, especially if you have a second-story situation. So it's a nice little safety lock for that. Milgard just wants us to call it a vent stop, but it really is a nice little safety lock. I guess they don't want to be liable for kids falling out of windows. But another thing is this has a really nice wheel system. You give this a little push, it just glides. I just put 17 of these in my own house, and the windows are really big. They're like 6x5 sliding windows. Normally that would be really heavy to operate the sash. And my windows, my oversized windows, this is a 4x4 window, they operate that smooth, just glide, okay? The reason they do that is Milgard has put a double carriage vinyl wheel system in here with a stainless steel axle. And I'm going to pull the sash out of here and demonstrate this wheel to you. So if you notice, this is a very narrow-based wheel, which is great for low friction. Doesn't pick up a lot of dirt or dust, and also has a stainless steel axle that will never corrode. So a lot of the other products that we carry, and a lot of my competitors' products, have brass wheels in these. The brass wheels sound stronger, but they patina, and they leave a really greasy black line on the track. These vinyl windows run clean, and I've never had to replace a set of them in 18 years. They don't break, and they carry the weight of the glass just fine. Another thing that's really nice about all the vinyl series windows that I'm going to show you today is they have a removable track. And all it takes is a putty knife, and you can pop it in here, and you can easily pop up this track, take it out, wash it out into the sink, and put it back in, and you're back in business. So if you ever did collect a little bit of dirt or dust in here, that's easy to maintain with this removable track system. So the next thing that you'll find on the Tuscany series window is, instead of those plastic screen tabs that you normally see on a window that tend to get brittle and break off over time, this has got a pull rail screen frame. It makes the screen a lot sturdier. All you do is put your fingers into this rail, pull back, push out, your screen will come right out. And this extra rail in the frame, it does make your screen quite a bit sturdier and more structural. So you end up with a much stronger screen. Usually a screen this tall would just kind of collapse or bow on you. And this gives it a lot more strength and stability. And that last thing would be the screen mesh itself. This is a PureView screen mesh. So it's a very fine mesh that'll deflect smaller insects, and it makes it almost hard to tell that you have a screen in there. So whenever you buy your windows through Homestar, we do have a lifetime screen warranty. The PureView mesh does wear out a little bit faster than the thicker mesh, but luckily through your Homestar warranty, you can drop these off and we'll rescreen them and get them right back to you. So we do that for life. There's no charge for rescreening. So that's the Tuscany series window. It comes with a lifetime parts and labor warranty. It also includes glass breakage. So even if you were to have a child throw a rock through one of these windows, or a BB gun, or a baseball, these windows are guaranteed for life, parts and labor for free glass replacement. Of course, the biggest thing on a warranty for a new window would be your condensation between the glass warranty. Any double pane window is vulnerable to condensation between the glass, especially with these low-E coatings on here. If you ever do get a seal separation, it's just going to rust out really quick, like in a day, and it rainbows in the glass. Milgard covers that for life, parts and labor. They have 3 great service vehicles in West Valley that come out and service the Wasatch Front, and they do free glass replacement at no charge for life. So that's our Tuscany window.